Hello, everyone. Just checking to see that everything is nicely into the picture. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Sunday Live Crochet Talk. And I am so happy that you are here. Everybody is always here. And certainly, those who are here live every Sunday, fabulous. But also I want to say hello to those who watch the replay, because yes, it is recorded by YouTube, and it miraculously appears after I have finished as well, so you can watch it whenever you want. Okay, so if you're ever late or if you ever can't make it, it is there for you to catch up on. So I hope that you appreciate that. Well, I do anyway. And, thank you, YouTube, because I don't have to do anything for that. So it's fantastic. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hi, Anne. Hi, Angela. Hello, Susan. Hello, Nina. Hi, Shari. Hello, Jan. Hello, Trish, Ivy. Oh my goodness. Hello. Welcome to the live. And of course, hello to Julie, to Teresa, to Angel, to the moderators. Is Emma here as well by any chance? And hello, Dirk. He is here as well. He just came and kissed me goodbye and said, "See you later, darling," as if I was going to work. Well, in a way it is, but really it isn't. I'm just having a little chat with you guys. So it's not like work, but he sort of comes and says hello, like I'm going off to work. So funny. Oh, thank you, Martha. Thank you. How do I do it again? Yes. Thank you, darling. Fireworks for you especially, because I really do appreciate these little tidbits of a little bit of support. It's lovely that you do that, and to be honest, watching the videos, liking them, commenting on them, and even sharing them with friends and people who also like crochet is a great way to support us as well. So that is always wonderful. Thank you, Martha. Thank you. Yes, I am looking very lemony. I even ironed the dress. I think that was the first time this year I I held the iron or I heated it up. I might have moved it a couple of times on the shelf, but no, I actually plugged it in this time. Oh my goodness. So yes, it's lemony, very lemony. The lemon, well, for me, the lemon thing continues. Everywhere I go, I see lemons. I just see them everywhere. And even one of my one of my subscribers, Anne, who we visited last year when we were in Windermere. She lives in Thirsk or something like that, so up north. We went to visit her because I don't know what was it again. Oh, thank you, Ingrid. Thank you. Will it work again? Come on, I want some fireworks for Ingrid. Yes, there we go. Oh my goodness, Ingrid, thank you so much, darling. Thank you. And she even, she was spotting lemons as well. She found a tablecloth, I think, with lemons on it, and unbelievable. I've been looking at lemon dresses on Vinted. And the minute you've typed in lemon, of course, I get all kinds of things now. Earrings, plates, glasses, all kinds, all with lemons on it. So yeah, once you start looking for things, for something specific, you'll see it everywhere. So today, darlings, we are talking mainly about three things, not two, three things. And I think we better get started because I have a lot to talk about. Now, we need to talk about the notebook, the planner. We are going to launch that tonight, so watch out for that. Then I'm also going to tell you about the videos for this week, because we are leaving the lemon theme behind us. And I'm thinking that some of you might be happy about that. I think we've made quite a few things, and I don't want to, obviously, I don't want to keep on going on the same theme. So, but there is a reason why I'm wearing the dress, you see. And another thing I would like to talk about, and I'm going to make that really quickly because, to be honest, we've all talked about it a lot already, is the tariffs that are going to be, that have started. I was going to say are going to be starting. No. They started 2 days ago, I believe, when we send parcels to America. So it's only for parcels going to America. If you're in any other country, that's for, that country's rules, basically. But generally, that's okay. But now we have a new situation for the US, and we will be ordering. What am I saying? I was reading to order there. Yes, you can order again. So for a couple of days, we had to turn it off because obviously reprogramming of the website had to be done. Okay. So our website provider has given, I don't know how Dirk has done it, but yes, there is a thing there now and it should work. We are working together with Royal Mail, and Royal Mail is working with the US Postal Service, and they have come to an arrangement on how to do this. And so it's worked into where we buy our postage. And so we are going to ask you for a little bit more so that covers the taxes. And it's all worked in with, technology and all that. So we have checked it all. We have pre-programmed, we have programmed. We are back live for the US to sell the parcels. So you can order again from the US. You will be able to order the notebook. We had contingency plans for that, but shelved those because we can continue as normal. There will be a slight change to the price of your postage from before. But by working with Royal Mail, we have been able to keep that to a minimum because, of course, these courier companies and the post office as well, Royal Mail in any case, they are going to charge for applying the charges, for applying the tariffs, right? And Royal Mail is keeping that to a minimum. But the courier companies are going to be adding quite a lot more on top of the taxes for doing the administration for the taxes. So hopefully it will stay like this. Royal Mail is going to be the cheapest option. If you buy anywhere else, I'm just giving you general advice now. So Royal Mail will be the best option, will be the best way forward for sending parcels to the US. And we will be able to, yes, Angel did mention that. We will be able to send more for the same price. No, for the postage, for the transport. So normally it was limited to 2 kilograms. Now it's limited to 30 kilograms. So if you order more, or if you order 2 packs, Didic won't have to send them in 2 goes. He will be able to send them, in one go, and that will save you as well because you won't have to pay twice the postage there. Okay. So are there any questions about that? Not that I can maybe answer them if it's very specialist, but yes. So Royal Mail have done really well in sorting this all out. And Bonnie, everything is like that, isn't it? I mean, the world changes. The world is just changing. We've got to go with it. It's going to be a fact of life. Yes, you were able to. Soon, you won't even know the difference between the postage that you used to pay and the postage that you pay now, because it'll be forgotten, basically. yeah, these are things that happen. We learn to live with it, and we just need to accept it. And yeah, you know, it's the difference in price is not unovercomable, or how should I say it? It's not debilitating for buying a pack. There's not that much difference. Okay, so hopefully you will think that as well. Yes, it's a few pounds more, but it's not like it's a lot more. Okay, so hopefully you won't find it limiting for you, and yeah, just go and have a look and see what if you wanted to order something, go and have a look, see what it would be. And yes, buying 2 packs will be worthwhile. Yes, it will be, because you'll have less postage itself, because you're allowed bigger postage packs. It's confusing maybe, but yeah, like that. Deborah, Royal Mail to Europe, that's a completely different story. Okay, I do believe, and Dirk will have to correct me here, I do believe that sending to Europe is still better with the courier companies. We have just sent something to my friend Anja, and it took 2 weeks to get there. Plus, she had to pay lots of taxes on top of that, a lot more than you would have paid if we'd sent it to the US. So, love and pieces. Dirk is waiting for me to talk about the planner, and then he will turn it on. He will switch the switch, and you will be able to see it, but not yet. Not yet, because I haven't talked to you about it yet. Okay? It will be there tonight during the live. It will be there, right? Don't go and sneak preview. Okay. I know what you're doing. Paige, yeah, I know there's things that change that are hard to accept, but they're going to be facts of life. And for now, at least, I think it's worked out okay. There is a difference in price. You will have to pay a little bit more postage. We will be paying more postage to the Royal Mail. Royal Mail will be paying that surplus that you've paid to the US as taxes, and then the rest is for the transport. But yeah, this is how it works now. Okay. Yes, to buy the new bag. Now the problem is that the planner is pre-order. So you buy the planner today, or you will get an opportunity to buy the planner from now, in a moment, until the 30th of September. So you'll have a whole month to buy the planner. On the 1st of October, we close the pre-order. We close the sales. We then count how many we have. We order them from the printers, and we get them in about 20 days. Then around November, we will be sending them out. Okay, so it's a pre-order because obviously it's a dated piece of book. It's dated, so I don't want to end up with 50 in my storage facility, right? I want to make the whole lot disappear, send them all out, and then do the new one next year. Meta, of course, you can pay in US dollars. You just pay the UK price, and your card or PayPal, whichever payment facility you use, they will recalculate it for you, and you will be able to see what you've paid, on your app or on your card statement or your bank statement. Okay, so they will automatically pay us the pounds and it will be charged to you in dollars. Okay, so that's the first thing we needed to talk about. Okay, were there any questions? I don't think so. Yes, I mean, we all turned it off because we don't want to, because if you don't, we turned off the for you to buy the packages because we wanted to protect the customers, so all of you, because if a parcel arrives without the duties paid in advance, you will get a hefty, like a fee on top of the actual tax. So to avoid that, you need to make sure that whatever you are buying abroad, and this is general advice, yeah. So anything that you're now, as Americans, that you buy abroad, you need to make sure that you have paid the taxes in your price. If that company that you're buying from says, yeah, but we don't charge that, you will have to just pay it on arrival. There's going to be a large fee added to it. Okay, so make sure you go to a company that has organized this, like we have, to sort you out, to make sure that your parcel arrives with the taxes included beforehand. Okay. Right. Okay. So that's that. A penalty, some sort. Yeah. I mean, I was calling it a fee. I think they call it a charge or something like that. I didn't want to go sort of negative words, but it could be a penalty. Exactly. Yeah. So now, next week, you are going to be spoiled. Okay. Because we have 3 videos. 3 videos for you. Now, the third video, we're going to come back from 3, 2, 1. The third video on Friday. Oh, do I know which one it is? Do I know? Yes. Okay. So, in a few weeks, we are starting the CAL. And by the way, if you still want to buy the pack, we do have some. So go and check out the website. So we are making squares this time, and all that we are doing this time is based on this, right? This is what we are calling the Anna square, and this was a square that my grandma used to make loads and loads of. I have found a box of her unfinished, squares, but they're not made in a blanket. So I finished that blanket and all kinds of things like that. And yes, we have used it before. This is the legacy blanket, and I see a lot of you are doing it, are just making a square whenever they want to, whenever they have some time, whenever they don't know what else to make, and they just need to do something, right? So there we go, right? The Anna square. Now, of course, I was making some squares there. And while I was making some squares, I thought, surely I can change more in this square and turn it into something else. So when I, as a younger person, when my grandma was still alive, she was making these all the time. But she also made them for coasters. She made them for other things as well. I can't really remember what, she made a lot of coasters and things to hold pots with, and she made them in this square. So from next week until the CAL starts, we are going to make deviations, variations, changes to the Anna square. So I have had so much fun rethinking this square. And while I was rethinking this and then finally filming it and finalizing things, I came up with more and more ideas. And I was like, Anja, you've got to stop because, I haven't got that many videos slots to put in there. So that's why you have 3 videos this week, because otherwise I would not have been able to put all my variations of the Anna square in there. So what is Angel saying? The footage she was providing as moderators was comical. What was I doing? Oh, thank you, Bonnie. Thank you. Yes, I mean, the thing is, I straight away, when something like that happens, I'm thinking of Dirk because he's going to have to be the one, changing it all on the website. And I was like, oh no. Ah, yes, my renditions of the Anna Square. Yeah. So on Friday, yes, no, that one, yes, that's going to be not this week, Angel, yet. That will be good. Yes. I will, yeah, they'll know, but I'll tell them eventually. On Friday, we are making this one. So this one is what I'm calling a coaster, and it's in the gingham. It's a gingham effect, right? Now this is bigger than the standard, so that's a change, right? Because to make it work out, I had to make it bigger. But I'm really loving this effect because it, from a distance, it looks like it's gingham. And I think this is a good thing to put a pot on, to have underneath a flower pot, or even just on the side where you have like a lampshade or something like that. I really like the look of this. Now, I do have to admit, I am making these in cotton because I like the fact that, I like the cotton. It's cotton soft, King Cole cotton soft. They've got a lovely range. Yes, it's 100% cotton, Hella. Of course, if you wanted to, you can do this in acrylic, but then don't use it as a hot pot, okay, as a hot pot stand or for holding a hot thing, because acrylic does not have that effect where you can, hold a hot thing with cotton and then it won't burn you. Acrylic can melt when it gets hot, okay? So there we go. So Molly, you would like a table runner. Well, actually, this would be a lovely table runner if you made it longer. Okay. Now, yeah, for putting your teapot on, yeah. Small hostess gift. Claudia, hang on a moment. There's lots more that can be used for a small hostess gift that I'm going to show you today. No, we haven't got a pack for these, Amanda, but sure. Well, I will post a list of the colors in the Facebook group, maybe. Okay. Yes, a Christmas runner. That would be lovely, Martha. Yes. Like that. So you need 3 colors: white, a light blue, and a dark blue, or a light blue and a lighter dark blue. But for Christmas, you could do red and white and then do it like that. Red, white, and sort of a lighter red, maybe. Even as a blanket, yes. Yeah, even as a baby blanket, you could do this. Now, this one is in fact double. Okay, so there's 2. Look, there's 2 put against each other, and then the flowers are put on there. Now, I do have to say, obviously, there's going to be a lot of the same things happening in these videos, in the variation videos. But each time I have chosen different colors and there is something different. But like the stars, of course, they are the same. And the joining is the same as well. Okay. Yes, this would be well, the thing is, you don't have to make it double. You can make it single as well. So it's not going to be a baby duvet, no. It doesn't have to be if you don't want it to be. But also for a baby doll bed, it would make a nice little blanket for a baby doll as a present for a little girl at Christmas, all kinds of things. So, or a seat cushion pad. Make it a little bit bigger and you could have that as a seed pad, but obviously there is a certain, you'll see on Friday, the reason why I've done 5 is so that it would work out nicely with the flowers or with the stars, you see. So we've got 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, see? So there is a little bit of maths going on there. It did hurt my brain. Trying to work that out. Okay, so this one I just really love, but on Wednesday we are going to have, no worries, Jan. Giovanna, yes. She says the 2 panels could be made, leave them open, and you have a little bag. And put a little bit of lining in it, and you've got a lovely bag. Amazing. But maybe. Okay, are we ready? I think I'm going to play this game now. I think. Bob, what time do the weekly videos? Yeah, so I always publish my videos on Friday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. in the UK. Okay. But this week we also have a Monday video as well. So that's going to be exciting. Can I see some more thumbs up before I show you the next lot? Look at that. I am already showing them. Look. Exciting colors. Exciting colors, because on Wednesday we're making another variation of, yes, a pillowcase could go well in there, or if you have one of those plain cotton bags, where you with a drawstring, you could put that in there as well. Yeah. Thank you, Martha. Thank you. Yeah, I love teasing. I oh, look. Thank you guys. Thank you. I have made 2 old-fashioned, what they call in Belgian, in Dutch, pannenlappen, or sort of things to hold your hot pots with. And I love the look of these. Look at these. So once again, thank you everyone. Thank you. Once again, we have pot holders. Yeah. Once again, we have, or oven gloves type thing. A different design. So they are based on the Anna square, but look at that. They are different. So the middle is left untouched, or it's just double crochets. And then we've got the flowers on the outside. And then this one here, I made a little loop so I could hang them up. But I loved that when I came up with that color combination, I was like, whoa, that is so nice. And then I switched it round a bit for this one. So in a way, yes, of course, the design is slightly different. The flowers are still there. The edging or the joining is the same. These are also two panels. I can't show you really easily. There we go, 2 panels. Cotton as well. Okay. But of course, the way the design is done is different. So that will be, of course, explained in the video as well as everything else, but that's going to be the difference in the video. So this one here is going to be, as you can see, slightly larger, slightly different from this one, of course. But yeah, I mean, I really, when I was making sort of this one, I thought, what would happen if I didn't do some of them, right? So what I was going to do first was this, and then full double crochets, and then the design, and then full double crochets. And I thought, yeah, that's okay, but that doesn't really, you know? And then I came up with looking at the square differently and just blocking out the middle ones, because we've got these middle ones. So we're blocking those out, and you get this. Bob, no, the stars are made just of the same yarn, so it's also cotton soft. And you know, or I don't know whether you know, but you know I have a special way of making the flowers so that it's sewn in straight away and it's sewn in at the end. And I show you this again as well in every video. Okay, so I'll make sure that you have the information in each video. So if you know how to make the Anna square, you will think, oh goodness, there she is again with another variation. But yes, this one was confusing for me to work out, and this one was not that easy either. So there is a familiarity with what we already know, but breaking that, it's really hard. It's really hard to just think, right, okay, I want to start from that, but I still want to make it different. But you do have to concentrate, because, yeah, you just, Hella, you can make it with 100% cotton as well. If you can find that, I'm sure you can find that. Ja, in Ingrid, ja, in het Nederlands noemen wij dit een pannenlap. Pannenlap. Of een wand, een ovenwand of zo. Oh my goodness. So yes. So on Wednesday, we are doing these. No, that's looking like that. Anyway, did I put the, yeah. So we're making these, and I really love them. Great Christmas gifts. Great. I mean, look, this with a vase and flowers would be so lovely as well. Or yes, to put your teapot on, or just to have prettily on the side. That's what I've been doing. I've just put them on the side there, and I just love looking at them whenever I walk past. So, you know. So that one, Wednesday, and then this one on Friday. Okay. Now we do have more videos with different versions of this coming up, and that will be in the weeks leading up to the cal. Okay. And so I hope you will be looking forward to that. And I know that actually the moderators, the testers, have been testing it, and they've been working on it. And today I got this message saying, actually, we might be ready for the next part. And I'm like, really? Okay. So I will be sending them that tomorrow. Fantastic, Ingrid. Yes, if you need some of them, if you need some of these, this is a pattern to go for. Really great to make, and I loved making it. So those are the first couple of variations on the Anna square. Yes, Randy, exactly. They look like mini gardens. Yeah, don't they? Aren't they lovely? Rebecca, better get started this week then, hadn't you? Don't worry. Have you made a tassel? Now, have you made a tassel? That's, you know, we allen brauchen topflappen. Yes, yeah, ja, zeker. Zeker. I'm sure that you've all meant to. Are they thick enough for hot pans? Yes, they are, Jan. Yeah. I'm sure you all meant to make them. It has been, you know, your intention, and I'm glad with intentions anyway. And if you are making the cal, if you're taking part in the cal, you'll soon be making them. So don't worry too much about it. I'm like that. I mean, I could send you to crochet jail, but I think it might be full up. My mum has been quite naughty indeed. Yeah. She's been making all kinds of things and changing things and stuff. We've had great fun talking over FaceTime. And she's like, yeah, I've put an orange leaf on my bouquet flower blanket. And I'm like, why? So, you know, Angela. No, Marta, for generally I'm always using a 3.5 if it's DK. So this was all made with a 3.5. And yeah, and for the blanket as well, normally I'm always using a 3.5, and I will state very clearly in any video when I do use a different size, but I will also tell you how much I'm going up from my size so that you can go up from your size the same amount. Okay? Bail her out with chocolate. Yes, Amanda, fantastic. Rebecca, you are forgiven. Rebecca has even added tassels to the Netflix pillow. Now, why did I not think of that? Oh my goodness, I still have that pillow. I'm going to be adding tassels to that. Yes, what a good idea. What a fantastic idea. So many tassels and so little time. Fantastic. How have you seen it, Dirk? Did I miss that somewhere then? Okay, and now for the video on Monday. Instagram. Okay, I'll have to have a look there. See if I can find it. Drum roll, right here. We are on Monday, which is tomorrow. I am launching the video for the notebook. So if you are too excited tonight, you will be able to watch it all again tomorrow in the video, or even forever after that. Okay. And like I said, it is a pre-order, so you can order it from In a Moment until the 30th of September, and then we will send it out after we've had them printed somewhere in November. Now, do you remember the design from the first year? It was pinkish and a little bit of brown and green. I got that design from the online facility. I go to Canva. I don't know whether you know that. It's like your own printing press type thing. Not a press, but it's like where you make your own books and things like that. And they offer designs. So the first year I chose a design because I was new to this and what am I going to do? You know, things like that. Then last year I chose a design from Canva and I added my own flowers because remember I started watercolor painting again. And so I felt not confident enough to do the whole theme. But I chose a theme from Canva and I added my own flowers, a couple of leaves and a couple of this and that. So it was a mixture. This year, I have painted all the items, all the designs, all the decorations, the whole theme. And I'm going to show you, and I'm going to bore you, and I don't care. I'm going to show you. It's not green. No. I'm going to show you some of the designs that I have painted, and they're all in here. And guess guess what the designs are. Somebody has already guessed it, but it's not just that. That's half of the design. So I have a theme of two things. Okay. So of course, yes, lemons. Okay. So one part is going to be lemons. There we are. There's the lemon. So that's a plain lemon. Here we have a lemon on two lemons on a branch. And here we have a jar with a lemon branch in it. And in fact, here I have some more lemons on a branch. Unfinished, these ones here. Some of these are unfinished. I haven't used those in the design. But that lemon in a jar. So this was the original one. See? This was in my sketchbook. I made this design. But of course, that didn't work for the planner because it was too wide. So I redid it. And thank you, Julie. Thank you. And I made it into this one here. Now, that one was the final one, but I had to do it before that as well, and then it didn't work out. And so yeah, so this one, we have a lemon slice. Didn't use that much in the actual notebook. Okay. Then I have here in my watercolor sketchbook, I have also got these, but I didn't like these. These were too bright and too, you sort of have to have a certain, yeah. This one I have used. So this one here is a long one, but I have used that. And I show you these also in the video. Okay, so some of these are also making an appearance in the actual video tomorrow. Then here we have, I'm going to show it to you like this because there's something else on there. Oh, well, never mind, I can't. But yeah, so this was a nice lemon branch as well. Okay, these are violets. I didn't use those. Okay. And then this one here, okay, were some lemons as well. Oh, thank you, Angel. Thank you, Estrella. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Marta. Oh, thank you, Carol. Oh, my goodness. I hadn't been reading the comments. Thank you. Yes, for a lovely long border, that one. Yes. Oh, dear, this is falling apart. So this one here, okay, and then can you see this one here? It's lemon branch in front of tiles, because now this is where it all started. Okay, we were on holiday last December, and I always go to the library in the hotel. It's in the cellar. I know it's there, so I go there and I find a book. And one of the books had what looked to me as a watercolor drawn front, watercolor painting front, and it was this. So I copied this from the front of the book. So these are tiles, and then on the tiles are painted oranges, right? So that's why I did this one here with those tiles, but then I changed it to lemons. Okay, but I thought these tiles were a bit boring. I mean, plain sort of tiles. I mean, it's a bit boring. So I decided to place these lemons, and I already did that in the plane going home. And this is the second part of the theme: lemons and Portuguese tiles. So these were Portuguese tiles that I found which had yellow in them and a flower. But then I decided to make this is another one of the designs. Look at that. Then I decided to make my own Portuguese tiles like this. Now, I was not able, these were too manicured and the coloring was wrong. So I just saw somebody say, I like the muted colors more for printing. And certainly for me, I had no idea whether this one was, do you see the difference in color? This one was going to work, or this one was too dark. These ones were not like, do you know what I mean? So it was so hard for me to find out which color I should be using. See, I did all these really, really nicely. There's like no piece of paint out of place, but I couldn't use them because they were the wrong color blue. They didn't take well when I transferred them to make them digital. This color was better. Okay, then these are I never filled those. And see here, there's another one of these. Oh, that didn't work out, right? Because my masking fluid wouldn't come off. I mean, and then I've got lots of other pads that I've been painting in, where I had, other lemon branches, for example. And then I started the design of the book. And then I realized that everything had to be painted with the same color, like the yellow for the for the lemon, all had to be done in the same color yellow. The blue all had to be done in the same, not from different sittings, not from different, mixtures. So yeah, I had to start all over again. So one night, Dylan walks in here and he says, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm painting everything again." And he was like, "Oh my word." So then I started doing this, where I chose the color beforehand and things like that. So look, there's the branches that I used. There's more lemons here. More. Yes, Delft blue. That's exactly, Cindy, what I am using. So here I did the lemons on the top. I wrote down how I made them with which color combination. And then the one that I liked the best, which one was this one, I then made sure I had all my lemons the same. See? So yes, it was not easy. And then this one here are more lemons in that same mixture. And so these were used in the notebook, as well as these ones here. You know, but then some of these designs I could not transfer to make them digital, because when you take away the background, it just took away too much, and then it wasn't a design anymore. I mean, it was, yeah. So anyway, and then one more thing I want to show you before I show you the notebook. Okay, I had a photo shoot with a lemon. Well, not with. I took a lemon for a photo shoot, and I just, yeah, you know. So I divided my page and I just painted lemons all different. I thought it was like, you know, having a photo shoot with a lemon, you know. Anyway, so now you know what the theme is. Now you have seen my actual paintings. And to be honest, you don't actually need many individual things. You know, this I chose because I really loved it, and I thought I could use it. But yeah, most of the things I had to redo. But you don't actually need to paint a lot, because once you've digitalized it, you can make it larger, make it smaller, use it upside down, use it back to front, you know, mirror it, do all kinds of things with it, or put things together. And of course, then, oh, this is the paints. Look, there's the leftovers of the paints. I thought I'd better start again, because otherwise I'll go into my main palette and I just use other colors. But look at this. This is the book. So we have Portuguese tiles or azulejos and lemons as the theme. So I put together all these. Look, you recognize them, all these ones. And yes, see this again. I could have changed. I did them in this color, but then they ended up being this color. So, you know, for me to learn which colors and how they turn out, it's difficult. It's difficult to you know, to know which way it's going to go. So this was, you know, what was on my mind mainly is, can I digitalize it? Is the color going to be good enough? Is it going to stand out enough? Is it going to look nice? And so, yes, so this is the book. And these are the pages. Do you recognize this one here? Look. And we have some of these. And do you see the background as the tiles? We've got some project planning pages with lots of lemons everywhere. You're going to look, and then here we've got some tiles on the corners of the page. They are everywhere. So we are doing the same thing as last year. We have an extra at the back where you can make a bookmark, make pockets with depth this time, have the 4 parts indicated with tabs. So calendar, project, notebook, journal. We also have the months. Oh, I skipped a page. There we go. Have the month tabs. And of course, we also have the, that one. We have the QR codes at the back. Okay. And we have a ribbon, a blue ribbon this time. Oh, it goes so well with the color of the azulejos. And yes, have you seen, it's a white coil. I think it's just such a lovely, different design. White, blue, yellow, and green for the for the lemons. I think, yeah. So I hope you, oh, thank you, Laura. Thank you. Oh, I hope you will like this. Yes, lemons for a photo shoot. Exactly. Yes, they the printer has put the ribbon in, so I don't need to worry about that. Thank you, Molly. Thank you. Yes, you'll need some lemonade, Lillian. Sorry, Jan, not all that much green. So yes, so once now that I have shown you how the book will come, I will soon be doing the tabs, because yes, exactly, that was, let me put all these paintings on the floor here. For me, still having the tabs on this one here, as you can see, I've got loads of other paperwork in there as well, make such a difference. Okay, so to be able to navigate where you're going, which month, and you're straight there, is going to be a big difference, and it makes the navigation of your book so much different. So we start with a notebook part where is it here, where it is very plainly a notebook. You can write in there. You've got pages and pages, just empty pages basically, for you to write in, with decorations of lemons on the side. And I find we're halfway through the year, or just over, and I have used quite a few of those pages in that book, so I'm doing well in that one. Then we have the calendar. And every month has, of course, hang on, this is the yearly overview. And then we have a birthday calendar with lemons, of course. Of course, what else? What else? And then we have like a bucket list, or a 2026 sort of like intention pages. So you can write down what you want to do this year. And then we have, for each month, we have an overview like this, where you will be able to just keep on top of everything that you need to do, and you will be able to see the whole month in one go. In the previous one, I put that to-do list in between. I've gotten rid of that. It's just, I thought it was a good idea, and it is a good idea, but the main thing is that I want to see my month as an overview in one go, and that's that's more important than having that to-do list there. So there we go. So January, and then after January, you've got some project planning for January. So you can write down all the things that you need to do in that month. And then you've got your to-do lists here per week. So you can still do the same thing as before, where you can just sort of, use them as a weekly list. And then a couple of pages to write for, each month. And then we start again at the end. We've got some of these fun pages, and then we start with the next month. So for every month, you've got a set of pages that you can use for different things. So you keep on working during that month in those pages, and everything that you need to get done. For example, I'm just, medical appointments, car, MOT, children's things, all kinds of things, grandchildren that need to be sorted out, birthdays that you need to think about, projects that you need to make. You could write down some cooking, some shopping lists, all kinds of things, but keep it within the month, and then you move on to the next month. And I think that's quite a nice way to organize my life. For me, it helps me. Exactly. Because, of course, I have to have the YouTube videos, and it's a lot easier to have those written down on paper in an overview to plan everything out. So there we go. So that's the year that we go through. Then we have projects. And I've called it projects because, to be honest, yes, if you're a crochet, you can do your crochet projects, but you can also put other projects in there. You know, if you're a painter, or if you're, I don't know, you know, doing another hobby, you can easily, you know, keep track of it there as well. Of course, yes, we do have the crochet tracker again, where you can indicate every day that you've crocheted. So hopefully yours is filling up nicely in your current book. And then here, 2 pages for project ideas. So making sure that you can just jot those down, 2 empty pages for ideas as well, because I know you all run out. And then here we've got project pages, less longer ones, but more these short ones, so more 1 page. I don't know which one is easier for you, or do you do a lot of the double pages? So it's a mixture. It's a mixture of both. So if you watch a video, you could take quick notes here to make sure that, you know, if you don't have the video to hand, or you're out of Wi-Fi, you can still have your details, or any changes that you make to the project. You know, which hook did I use, what yarn did I use, and things like that. Then towards the end of the video, it's the end of the video, honestly, Anja, towards the end of the notebook, we've got the journal. And again, this is just some pages for you to write on, but also for you just to do maybe other things on. Do you want to do a little bit of drawing? Do you want to make a little painting in here? Do you want to, you know, sketch something out? Look, little paintings or little sayings, or whatever you want to do, you can do that in here. If you wanted to stick some pictures in, or keep some clippings, or whatever you wanted to keep, you could put that in there. And then, of course, towards the end, as I showed you earlier, these pages, so apart from the last page, or paint a lemon yourself, yes, you could do that. You could do that. Because yes, let's discuss that a moment. These last pages, they will come out because they are do-it-yourself pages. Okay. Now, if you wanted to find out how I did paint my lemons, I have got a couple of videos coming out to show you how I paint my lemons, but not on this channel. Okay. I will link it below after the video. This video has finished, and I'm just putting some videos on my old channel that I had, and I have now renamed it to Anja's Painting Studio. So in there, I will show you a few videos of how to paint the lemons and how I painted them. Okay. Yes, of course, Judy, just to write notes down, just to write thoughts down. Sometimes we need to, don't we? We just want to write that down. I don't want to forget, or a recipe, or something, anything that you shouldn't forget. The reason why, yes, Helen, the blank pages, some of the blank pages are not lined. Let me go back to it. But they all have, see, this is not lined, right, in here. Okay. But this has those dots. Oh my goodness, I love writing on those dots. So I love the dots. I put the dots there. And at the front, I did put proper lines, or they are dots, but they are nice lines. And I filled the whole page, as you can tell. Look, I made sure that, you know, the whole page is full. Because what's the point in not having a line there? You might as well write on it. The reason why I put these 4 things into one planner was because, and if you watch the first video that I did about this planner, like now 3 years ago, or yeah, when was the first one? 2024. So that must have been in 2023 I did that video. I was carrying around 4 books. I had a book to write stuff down. I had a book to write my projects. I had a diary book type thing. And I had another book where I was keeping all kinds of, drawings and clippings and all kinds of things. And I was like, why have I got 4 books? So wherever I went, I was taking those 4 books, and it was so heavy. It was so, this, everything in one. And the 2024 book, I think I used practically, let's say 95% of the pages. So that was perfect because it's full. And here I am well on my way to using, at the back I've used pages. The project pages I've used for smaller projects, because sometimes for me, I need to write down a lot and, cross out a lot and then start again. And so for smaller projects, I have used this, because when you're designing, it's hard to, you sort of, it doesn't make sense sometimes to write it all in there, but I have used it. And then here, that obviously I am going through, obviously I'm already, in December with my video ideas. So those have all been written down already. We are in August and tomorrow will be September. So that's easy to get to the next month. Okay, so that's that. And then here I have been writing down all kinds of things as well. For like, what do I say during the live? What do I not say? And I have got, let's have a look, how many? Yeah, I think I'm nearly halfway to the amount of pages that I've used. And that's perfect because that's, probably the same amount that I will use at the end of the month. So, like I said, here I did some of the designs, like this leaf here, that was mine. Some leaves were mine as well. And then some flowers, I can't see them now here. Yeah, so some flowers were mine as well, the blue one here. But I wasn't feeling that confident yet with my painting skills. And these 2 things, the tiles and the lemons, were for me so much fun to paint and so much easier to learn to paint well. And as you could see, I have painted them quite a few times. That's only a selection of the amount of times I have painted the lemons. I'm still painting the lemons because I just think it's such a nice thing to just be able to paint. And yes, obviously, I had to repaint quite a few of my ideas. Here I was choosing which colors I was going to be using, what was going to be the best one for then transferring it to make it digital. And bye Julie. It was at one point I thought, is it going to work? Because of course it's not just the design that you choose. There was an added layer of which color am I going to mix up to use in the book? Is that going to look okay in the book? So when it arrived, I was like, oh, what color blue is it going to be? Because I was so worried about how it would have transferred to print, obviously, but I have to say, I do love the color blue that it turned out to be. And in combination with the lemons, I think, well, yeah, I really love it. So I hope you do too. So there we go. You can order it until the 30th of September. Then we order it from the printers and it should be there by the end of the month. well, here to us, and then we send it out, and it should be with you towards the end of November, first week of December. Okay. And we do this with a pre-order because obviously it's a dated journal. Thank you, everyone. I hope you like this journal. Take a look at the video tomorrow. I explain everything to you there. Again, I show you some of the pictures and I compare them to some of the designs, obviously, that you can see in the notebook. So if you're worried about, the notebook and everything, this is the third year we've done it. People have enjoyed using them, are always using them, and it's one of those things that is going to be just there all the time. You'll be using this every single day of the year. I was going to say something else about it, but now I have forgotten. So if you have any more questions, make sure you put them in the video tomorrow. I'm sure you'll enjoy using yours as I have mine as well, and as I know that many of you have as well. So thank you very much for being here tonight. I hope you have enjoyed our live, and yes, looking forward to 3 videos this week. Don't forget, we have these videos coming up as well as tomorrow the notebook. Bye, everyone. Have a lovely week. Bye. Thank you, Alison. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Marie. Fantastic, Rebecca. I have time to read the comments now. Bye, everyone. Bye.